So welcome back to more digestible bits of the Chen style Tai Chi form. And let's start in a kind of a wide uji, taking a moment to feel a sense of our upper body sitting and settling into our lower body. Maybe taking a hand and putting it behind for a moment just to feel our low back and let the low back be relaxed as possible. And then making that bed, that mortar, with our left hand, and our right hand makes a fist and comes down, mortar and pestle, like we're pounding the mortar, as the name suggests. And that's the end of that move. That then, picking up from last time, we go into wrapping around all the way till we get to those long sleeves. And then we step out and tie coat. Resetting again. Repeating again, wrapping around. And tie coat. Fingers about shoulder height, arm long, elbow hanging down, shoulder resting down, elbow of the left arm a bit out, fingers by your crease on your left side. And one more time. Actually, I lied. We're going to do a few more tie coats than just one more time, but one more time for now. And wrapping around and tie coat. And now going on in the form and the dynamic aspect of the form, we're going to take our right hand and bring it down so that it meets our left hand as we shift our weight to the center. And then both hands come down in this settling move. And we're going to shift our weight a bit to the left to push off the left foot as our hands come up by our ears and fall onto our right leg. And you might notice that the heel of my left foot is off the ground so that I'm here with my weight mostly on my right foot and about 20% of my weight going down into the ball of my left foot. And just drop, shake out anything. And coming back to kind of a wide uji stance. Pound mortar. Wrapping around. And tie coat. And this move here is called 6 sealing. Sense of maybe sealing something up, sealing, and then we shift our weight more to the left, fall onto our right foot for closing. I'm just checking the placement of that left foot. If you were to put that heel down, you would be in Uji stance with feet just slightly wider than hip width apart. And then in this stance, we bend the knees deeply. We have a sense of sitting on a horse, even though it's a skinny horse. Peeling off the heel of the left foot. And kind of wrapping. This is a controlling move, so there's a sense of a bit of feeling in your pinkies, like you're controlling your opponent here. A little interlude shake, coming back. Pound, mortar, wrap around. And tie coat. Six sealing. And 4 closing. And noticing how here your hips are facing into kind of the corner of the room, depending on where you are, but they're kind of facing this way. And the trick here for the next movement is that we're going to swivel our hips so that they face to the front. And this knee is going to, if anything, go more into the corner. So what we're not going to do, and I demonstrate once, not twice. So pay close attention. I'm not going to do this repeatedly to my knee. So if I'm mean to my knee, then I'm going to bring my hips and my knee all over, and my knee's going to scream at me, but I might not be aware of it for a while. I was aware of that. All right. So what I will do for knee safety, I will demonstrate it for you, what not to do. So we sweep the hips to the front and we send the knee tracking that back toe more into the corner so it stays aligned. And that can be a bit nuanced, right? I had students be like, I didn't know that those could move independently. So just feeling into that. Giving it a shake. Coming back into the end of 4 closing. And we swivel the hips, send our knee into the corner, and sweep around. And at the bottom, our single whip comes through. And our left hand is now going to come up by our biceps here. We lift our left leg, step it out, and go on a long journey, opening out into single whip. And as we move our weight more and more onto our left leg, we're going to turn the right foot in. Turning the right foot in so that it too is facing forward. And we do this once again for knee safety. We're in tie coat now. We made it, single whip. We made it all the way into single whip. Giving it a shake. Let's return now for 4, closing. Swivel the hips, coming through with our single whip. Stepping out, opening out into single whip. Weight over on the left side, looking to the left. And that right foot at the end, pivoting in so that our knee can stay safe for the move that comes next. Single whip one more time from the end. foreclosing, sweeping around, making our single whip, and opening out. And now we can put several moves of the form together in a flowing sequence. Starting with the end of pound mortar, we wrap around and tie coat, thick sealing, foreclosing, coming in to make our single whip, and open it out. End of pound mortar, wrap around, and tie coat, thick sealing, foreclosing, single whip, stepping in and just seeing if there's a part of that sequence that is your favorite so far. Some part that just feels enjoyable, a little fun, a little interesting, a little challenging, a little different. What's your favorite part so far? Of these 3 moves? That you've learned so far. So we've learned kind of the very end of pound mortar, so it's like half a move. We've learned wrap around, tie coat. We've learned 6 sealing, 4 closing, and we've learned single whip. So already in the second bite size, you know 3 moves. And in the next, show you how we can easily learn 3 more, because we get a little bit of a free lunch in a move that repeats. And then you have your series of 6 moves that begin the Chen style form.